Hi everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. This is Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. We're working on another one of my quilts that I'm quilting up for the shop, hopefully for sale. That's the whole plan of it anyways. It's called Tree Farm, and I've used a bunch of scraps between blacks and reds and golds and tans and greens and everything else. So I've done holly in the side panels here and reindeers in both corners, that reindeer pattern I just love so much. And then I will, once I've done the main body of it, I will take it off, flip it, and do the holly between the little side panels here. So it won't take very long to do. So I've highlighted the main bodies of the tree, and I've come down the center line. Clearly I missed this one. Oh yeah, the design was started on this one, so I haven't done it on all the other ones yet. It was a process as we're going along, right? So what I'm going to do is highlight the cream section, or the creamy tree. As you can see, we're just going to start over here. I have the belts are off, so I'm as they call it, free willy-nilly. Just lock some stitches there. And this is just a chunk of plexiglass. I don't have a ruler for doing long arm, but some are on the way. So I just use my little chunk of plexi that does not go underneath my foot. I've learned from before not to use your cutting ones. And I have a 12.5 stitches per inch, and I'm just kind of stitching in the ditch. And then to highlight the tree first, and then I'm doing a swirl and a loop in the cream part. So just follow it here. Okay. As they say, slow and steady wins the race. Just be patient. Oh. So I've just stitched right next to the seam between those two colors, right next to the edge. So it makes them pop. I did the first 6 just outlining the outside, and then when I was doing the last 3, I was like, needs a little bit more for these trees to kind of come to life in this forest of this tree farm forest, right? So, and then I came up with just tacking it down all the way around, or doing the stitch in the ditch all the way around the tree. All the little separate pieces. So and it's not a race. It does take time and a steady hand, which sometimes I don't have. Depends. Okay, now come across the top, and then I'll show you how I'm filling it in. Okay, so we'll stop there for a second just so I can make sure I'm moving my ruler out of the way. I don't want to accidentally run into it. So I'm just doing like a little loop and then a little swirl and then just filling it in. So it kind of gives a more natural feel to like a snowstorm going on in the background. Okay. So you kind of know what I'm after at this point. Just filling it in. Nothing too tight and nothing too loose, because the puffiness of the colored trees, I really wanted to like give it that extra dimension. And when you need to make your way into like little corners here, just do a loop instead of a swirl. Make your way back and forth, or up and down, around, whatever. Trace around the outside, finish off in the center. You know, it's all up to you. I try to start and stop my stitches on a previous line, so it doesn't look like you're taking your eye away from anything, right, when you find those stitches, or should you find those stitches. I'm just filling it in. I've used white on the bottom, or the bobbin thread, this whole process, even when I was doing the colored trees with the green thread on top. And if you look to my backing fabric, you can't see any of the green. At least I can't see any. So, all right, little swirl here, little loop out in the corner, and then we'll end in the side stitches here. Okay, so that's that one done. Move on to the big full tree. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed the stocking block that we did on Weekend Project. That was really cool, really fun to do for the dog. Okay, sorry, need my ruler. So I'm outlining first and then filling it in. Okay, it's nice to have every animal or every critter has got itself its own little stocking for good old Santa Claus. Okay, and you're just outlining the tree. Unfortunately, these long arm rulers are extremely expensive. And I really don't see the point in them being that expensive for, you know, a piece of plastic with some etching on it, but my frugalness shows when it comes to stuff like that. Like, we don't need it. Maybe we do. That's a nice flat edge, comes in handy, that's for sure. Especially when you're trying to outline something or do some stitch in the ditch. So I've got a beautiful quilt coming up. It's got lots of trees on it, so I needed the practice. The trees need to be highlighted, so I want to, of course, do my very best and keep my customers happy. And the fact that, you know, willing to learn and adapt. It's always a good quality. Okay, almost there. Oops, went up to the green there. Well, apparently this is a unique block because I just saw one of my pieces is actually the back side is up and the right side is down. But that's okay because that makes for a unique quilt. All right, okay, so stop there. We'll filming it in, and then we'll call it a long on Wednesday, and I can finish it all off in our beautiful tree farm. Hope you can see our Christmas tree behind me here. It's not decorated yet, but it's got its lights all on. It's very pretty. The first time we've actually ever had a fake tree. And I have to say, I'm quite impressed with it. It's lovely. It changes color from, it's got like 4 or 5 different settings. You can go from white to color, or solid white, or flashing white to flashing color, and merging in between, which is what I've got going on right now, because I like that. It's a soft little merge in between the 2 shades. I always like Christmas tree lights. So pretty. We'll get our ornaments on tonight. Just fill it in. You can do more swirls than loops, or more loops than swirls. It's all up to you. I've got another one of these tree farm quilts, more in red and green, the outside border fabrics. This one's got the dark blue, and then the holly with the blue and the white and the gold and green. So if you're interested, contact me. This actually was a really fun block to do. Because you can use scraps and you just kind of pull in all the colors together and making your own little unique tree farm. And then once this is all stitched down, it adds such a little unique puffiness to it. All right, and then the end, as your start and stop stitches, like as we're coming around, that's why I do that first, because then we can always start and stop in those sides. So there we go. Isn't it cute? Totally loving it. I've got a few more to do, and then and of course stitch this down once I switch back to the green thread to do the holly on the sides. I'll stitch this down beforehand before I end up turning it. So thanks very much for joining me for Long Arm Wednesday. We really appreciate all your likes and subscribes and shares and comments for here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. So keep at it and keep sharing and keep loving. And if you have any suggestions, we're listening. Okay? Chat with you soon. Thanks everybody. So close to Christmas. See you soon. Bye-bye.